Let's bring in our panel. Skyping in from Washington, D.C., political strategist Joe Lestingi, and checking in from Newsmax, New York, the executive director of the TeaParty.net, Niger Innis. So, Niger, the game is rigged, huh? Does this classify as political populism that Elizabeth Warren may try to ride to the White House in 2016?
No, it qualifies as the pot calling the kettle black. That's what it qualifies as. What I want to ask Miss Warren, Senator Warren, is who has had the run of the table in Washington, D.C. over the last 6 to 8 years? The fact of the matter is that President Obama, one of the most progressive, populist sounding presidents, class warfare presidents, has been in power since 2009, and he came to power with overwhelming majorities in the House and the Senate. He executed his big government policies, and today, income inequality is worse now than it has been since the Gilded Age, and that's because of big government promises and not delivering.
Well, I know, Joe, you might be tempted to debate the present, but I'm going to ask you to look at the future from a message standpoint. Senator Warren, with her game is rigged talk, out in Iowa, stumping for Bruce Braley, the Democrat nominee against Joni Ernst. By all accounts, Warren wowed the liberal crowds who came to see her. The question remains, will she run for the presidency? Is she a genuine threat to Hillary Clinton for the Democratic nomination?
Well, to bring that back into the present, let me just say this. Being from Georgia, the Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan has about as much chance as catching Peyton Manning's record as Elizabeth Warren does threatening Hillary Clinton if Hillary decides to run. Elizabeth Warren is great for the populists and for the liberals in the party. They really, really like her. She brings great energy, and she is really up to par on economic issues. So she's going to be a great spokesman for the party on those issues. But as far as challenging Hillary in Iowa, I don't think that's going to be realistic.
I actually disagree with that.
Go ahead, Niger.
If I could.
Yeah.
I disagree completely. I think Elizabeth Warren is a formidable candidate and potential rival to Hillary Clinton to her left, particularly when you consider that people within the Obama administration, it has been rumored, people like Valerie Jarrett, very, very powerful within the Obama administration, have been nudging her to possibly run. And when you consider that the legacy, the president probably cares dearly about his foreign policy legacy and his populist, at least populist sounding legacy, the obvious question is, who is the better person to carry that baton? Is it Elizabeth Warren, or is it what some call the neoconservative Wall Street loving Hillary Clinton? Well,
that's very interesting the way you cast that, Niger. Let's turn to Joe Lestingi. Joe, the activist wing of the party is now, for all intents and purposes, the party base. And so, is it conceivable, or let me go to Niger's first point, behind the scenes from the White House, Valerie Jarrett and others, we only have about a minute left, but I'm interested, this behind the scenes intrigue, the antipathy between Mr. Obama and Ms. Clinton, will it inure to Senator Warren's benefit?
Well, I mean, Senator Warren's profile is going to get risen up very high in the next 2 years. But again, I don't think she's going, first off, I don't think she has the resources now to compete in Iowa. So that's a big thing right now. And number two, there hasn't been a poll that's put her within striking distance of Hillary in Iowa ever. Hillary, if she decides to run, we need to be very clear. If she decides to run, is going to have a pretty easy coast. People are waiting for her. But if she decides not to, yes, then Senator Warren becomes a viable candidate. But not until Hillary makes her announcement.
All right, Joe Lestingi, we'll have to leave it there. Niger Innis, we're going to ask you to come back. No offense, Joe, it's just that we've got another guest joining us with Niger from Newsmax, New York. Joe, we will have you back in the days ahead. Niger, hang in. We look forward to talking with you in just a second. And there is more to come as we talk midterms, as we talk voting, as we talk politics here on America's Forum from Newsmax TV.